Now let's look at the solution for now. In looking at solution for now, let me ask you pointedly. Some people have said that there is a lot of stories making the rounds that is not right, that is not fair, because it sounds, yes, politics, yes, this and that. In terms of solution, what should the government be doing?
Well, whatever stories...
And be seen to be doing.
Yes. Whatever stories are making the rounds, for or against, it doesn't change the fact that these girls are missing, period. What should the law enforcement agencies be doing? Of course, the law enforcement agencies will drive the successes or the failure of the government. The law enforcement agencies right now should be able to breach a vacuum. That vacuum ever persists. There is no connect between the public and law enforcement. People don't know what they are doing. People don't know what they haven't done or what they will do. What we get are probably platitudes. We are on it. It will get better. We'll overcome. But yes, something adds up to overcoming. Overcome doesn't just happen. I look to see a very robust relationship between the law enforcement and the media. Hey, we've done this much, we've done that much, we've set up this center. Okay? We've set up this avenue, we've set up that avenue. Anybody with information, come forward with it. The girls that are missing, they have faces. The law enforcement can get to their parents.
They don't have faces because we don't know them.
Exactly.
Why is it that we don't know them at this time?
Exactly.
We don't have the
don't be surprised. These girls could have been seen, or even just one of them could have been seen
buying something
by
across
someone,
the road.
And a photograph could just be a trigger. You see, we mustn't underestimate, as he said, anything or anyone.
So is this gap in the ability of the military agency or of the security agencies and the government to make sure that information dissemination is taken more seriously? Is this a missing link?
There is a crucial missing link. And that missing link, I tell you from what I know, is informed by a dearth of imagination. We are given to stereotypes, far-gone stereotypes. And this problem is not stereotype. This problem is formless. So if you lack imagination,
shapeshifter.
Exactly.
There are also, stories making the rounds that actually there is information. The people have information, but they don't share it, or they share it to the wrong person.
Well,
how do you manage, this?
It's as simple as I told you, that our security agencies have to open their minds. Okay? The body language you are given is not one that says you are approachable. Let me give you an instance. We had figures released, and these figures were picked up by even international media agencies, and about 6 hours down the line, those figures collapsed.
It's called disinformation.
Disinformation.
Who gave the information in the first
That's
place?
it.
The compromise.
Thank you. Compromise. You see, when you are given information, we have what we call the information cycle or the intelligence cycle. You must pass your information through the cycle to confirm it before you release it. And there's another thing I observed again about our law enforcement agencies. They have this thing about media phobia. If I want to, let me call it media phobia. They are partners in progress, not Tom and Jerry or,
enemies in any way.
Your partners in progress. When this thing started, when the state of emergency was
imposed.
Yes. I recommended something on these same channels. I said, I'm looking to see a very robust war room with media presence. Okay? And this media presence is going to be actually a coterie of vetted media men. We can get them. It's possible. There is room for compromise. I mean, they say in every 12, there has to be one Judas. Law enforcement and intelligence agencies are no exception. But then this can be managed. And I tell you, the moment you have them together, there are information, there are leads you can get from a journalist. He doesn't have to wear uniform to know it. It's not about we are the ones to do it. It's about us.
Let me take you up. I'm sorry to interject. Let me take you up very quickly on this issue of a war room. The president has said we are at war. All his men from the presidency have said we are at war. Politicians have said we are at war. And yet Nigerians don't know of a war room that exists, talk less of an opportunity to see what is being discussed, or hear rather, what is being discussed in this war room. What would you recommend to the government as we begin to wrap up now in terms of the management of information?